What's up, duelists? Jamie from Team Nexus here, bringing you team member Kyle with his Magician Pendulum deck.
Hi, this is the Pendulum Magician deck profile with all the new support from the Pendulum Evolution set. Now this I've more or less just put together today, so I'm still testing ratios, but right now I really like it. It's 46 cards, but consistent enough, like. Let's get into it. I play 3 Astrograph Sorcerer with the 1 Chronograph Sorcerer. Now, I know a lot of people don't play this, but it's more easily normal summonable than this if you search it off the Time Star Magician. But these all more or less do the same thing, just get into Zark. It is practically the thing. This one's better because it searches copies of cards in your extra deck, face up in your extra deck, so it's actually quite good. But I like that ratio for 3-1. You play the 3 Skullcrabat Jokers. Gone are the days where you need the Pendulum Sorcerer to actually search this card, because 3 off, you see enough, ignore the common, we don't need to see that. 3 Wisdom Eye Magician. It is too broke in this deck, it just advances so many combos. Like, it's been so long since I've seen Wisdom Eye at 3 that I forgot that you could actually use 2 of them in skills and still get their effects. It's not once per turn, and that's come up quite a few times. I play 3 of the new Harmonizing Magician. It's quite good. I don't like the way that it only gets its effect when it's Pendulum Summon from hand, but like there's way to recycle it back to hand, and it's high skill if you need it, and its effect is way too good in this deck. You need to play 3. On to other new ones. We play 3 of the double Iris Magician. It searches your Pendulum Graph cards. It counts as a Pendulum Dragon. You could actually search this off Duelist Alliance because it always counts as a Pendulum Dragon card. It technically has Pendulum in its name. So this, you search, it's 3 off. It's the high skill. I love this card, Purple Poison Magician. Its 1200 boost effect is always relevant, and its pop effect is just too good. You need to play the 3 of it. Then you play 3 Black Fang Magician. It's the XE, always counts as the XE Dragon. Its effect comes in handy sometimes, just getting over the bigger monsters, Blue Eyes and such. But even its destruction effect to revive one from grave is relevant. It just continues your plays. With this, you're not scared of strike or anything, because if they strike this, you're just bringing something else back and continuing on. And I know a lot of people only play 1 of this, but I play 2 White Wing Magician. I agreed, it's by no means as good as the others, but its skill effect isn't that bad. It stops Trident if they carelessly target one of your Pendulum Magicians on field while this is in skills, and because I play 2, I can run 2 Zark in the extra deck. For some one-off Magician cards, I play 1 Dragon Pit Magician and 1 Dragon Pulse Magician. This is just to clear annoying problematic monsters, like if Rafflesia is out, that's going to cause some problems if I go for a big summon. Any Floodgates, Skill Drain, such and such. These 2 are just for that. Janky Magician is there as a combo extender, because if I usually only have access to like 3 Pendulum Magicians going turn 1, and if I have this in skills, like it's 3, so it's skill 3, so it doesn't hinder your Pendulum Summon, and it just it enables more plays with this thing. Plus it's on field effect, and you get a light monster can come in handy. And I also play the 1 Oath Dragon Magician. This card will become a lot more important come Link format, but this just recycles cards like your Harmonizing Magician and such. It's good for late game almost in. I also play a small Odd Eyes Sky Iris engine thing, and by small I mean 2 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon and 1 Unicorn. You could send this instead of the double Iris Magician for Astrographs or Chronographs effect. But it's good, and it searches cards when you need them, like Wisdom Eye and all that. Sets up your plays for next turn. And because the extra magicians I play have like low skills, apart from the Dragon Pit Magician, I decided to play 1 searchable high skill with the Odd Eyes Unicorn, and Wisdom Eye still gets its effect with this anyway, so combos well. And that's it for the monsters. For spells, we run 3 Duelist Alliance because this card is too good in this deck. So many targets, like the Pendulum Graph cards, Double Iris Magician, Pendulum Dragon, and of course, one of the 3 Pendulum Call, because Pendulum Call is a busted card. Should not be at 3, but it just, you need to play it at 3. It searches all your pieces.
May as well, since it's allowed now.
Aye, since it's back. 3-star Pendulum Graph. You're always going to get a search off when you activate it, almost always, unless they like ogre this or something like that. But like, you do so much self-popping because of Wisdom Eye and because I run the 3 Sky Iris. This will always go off to get you a search, and with these, this just enhances your plays because when this also allows the Astrograph and Chronograph to activate their special summoning effects, and hence getting more advantage of that. Plus the Sky Iris, it pops the monsters you don't need in skills and replaces them with stuff you could use. You play 1 Ignite Reload, it just fixes hands if need be, like it comes up every now and then. It's good for late game when you're running out of resources and you just need better cards, more searchers and such. And for the last cards, I only play 2 traps, and that's 2 Time Pendulum Graph. This card is secretly more broke than what people think. It actually combos off brilliantly because Pendulum Call protects, Time Star protect. You're almost always gonna end up popping 2 of your opponent's cards and doing that on their turn and your turn. Like, they never have any resources. I would play this at 3, but if you draw like 2 of this opening hand, then you can start to cry if you want.
I've experienced you using that against me firsthand. It's not fun.
I know. And for the extra deck, still working on ratios, as I said. Like, there's a few more synchros I'd like to put in here, but I just don't have them, like BLs and such. But very XE heavy right now. For example, I play 3 at the Time Star Magician. Yes, 3 comes up. Do not play 1, do not play 2, you play 3. Because it's just too good a card not to play at 3. It protects all your stuff, it searches everything. Like, you could search Joker off this and get net even more advantage. Like, that's insane, in all honesty. You should play this at 3. I have space in the extra deck. Like, this is more or less a placeholder for other synchros and like BLs and such like that. But this can come in handy, like sets up, if you got 2 dead level 4 monsters, go into this and search the Pendulum card you need for next turn. Tornado Dragon is too good in this deck. It also causes Astrograph and Chronograph to go off, and you get net draws off Star Pendulum Graph and all that. It's too good a card not to play. Dagostro Emerald recycles all the important cards in your grave, all the Exes and such if you need it. It's good. Castell, a small lightning package. Like, you don't play the middle one because with Masterpiece and Dragon running around, like, you can't run it. You'll never get it all. I tech in 1 Utopic Future because I find myself with 2 dead rank 4s on the field quite often. So I decided I'll tech in 1 of this just to clear up space and dump any useful cards that would be under Exe monsters into the grave and then use them. So I played the 1 of this, and no one will see this coming. It's a good tech, I would say. I run 1 Odd Eyes Absolute because I have enough rank 7s, so might as well play 1 rank 7, and in this deck I would say this is the best one because you bring out Vortex. Vortex is another way of recycling your Harmonizing Magician, if need be. But like, I play the 1 off of this, it negates attacks. Like, it's good. Like I said, you've got space, might as well. The only good synchro I have, the only synchro I actually play right now until I get more, is Ignister. It's good for the spot removal, and I'm actually trying to find a Luster Pendulum. No one seems to have one for trade right now, so once I get it, this will be a lot better. And to round it off, I play 2 Zark. I've got 2 White Wings, so I can bring it out twice if I'm up against the two King Dinos, and they banished one. I've always got the other. It's too good. Usually when you resolve this, it's game over for your opponent. And that's the deck profile for now. I'll see what I can do with the ratios and might update it at some point. Thank you very much.